On January 10, 1920,
the world officially declared an end to the deadliest war humanity had ever known. World War I was over not on the battlefield, but on paper.
the Treaty of Versailles, signed months earlier in France,
Now came into full legal force.
guns had fallen silent, but the consequences of the agreement were only beginning.
The war had consumed empires.
More than 16 million people were dead. Europe was exhausted.
Economies were shattered.
Entire generations had been erased. Leaders promised that this treaty would secure lasting peace. What it delivered instead was resentment, instability, and a fragile global order. At the heart of the treaty was punishment. Germany was declared solely responsible for the war. It was forced to accept massive reparations,
Surrender territory. Dismantle its military.
and endure international humiliation. Its borders were redrawn. Its economy was crippled.
Its people were blamed.
To the victors, this was justice. To millions of Germans, it felt like collective punishment.
Across Europe, new nations were created almost overnight.
Borders were drawn by diplomats far removed from the people who lived there.
Ethnic tensions were frozen into maps, not resolved. The treaty also created something new: the League of Nations. For the first time in history, the world attempted a permanent
international organization designed to prevent war through dialogue and cooperation.
It was a bold idea, but it was fatally weakened from the start. The United States, whose president had championed the League, never joined it.
Major powers pursued their own interests.
Enforcement depended on goodwill rather than strength.
Peace existed, but it was thin. In Germany, economic collapse followed.
Hyperinflation wiped out savings.
Political extremism flourished. Anger became currency. The treaty that was meant to end war instead became a
Rallying cry for radical movements.
elsewhere. Former empires dissolved. The Ottoman Empire vanished. Colonial promises were broken.
Independence movements gained momentum across Asia, Africa, and the Middle East.
January 10, 1920 did not close a chapter. It opened one. The treaty reshaped global power, but failed to heal the wounds of war.
It proved that peace,
Imposed without reconciliation,
creates instability rather than security.
2 decades later, the world would pay the price.
World War II did not emerge from nowhere. It grew from unresolved anger, economic despair,
And political miscalculation, all rooted in the decisions made after the First War ended. The Treaty of Versailles reminds
us that ending violence is not the
same as creating peace, and that documents signed in quiet rooms can shape the fate of millions. Why do we learn history every day?
because the future is often decided not by battles, but by agreements and understanding. Where peace failed helps.
The present generation builds something stronger for the generations yet to come.
History is not old. History is living inside us.
One day, one event,
One lesson.
Mr. Fidi,